This is a CD. This is how our ancestors got entertained. But how does this light disc even work? The simple answer is lasers and vibrations. The way light reflects off the material of the CD makes sound. But what even is? How can sound go from here to there? Is this magic? Close. It's vibration. Sound is created when things vibrate, like when a drum is hit or when someone talks. These vibrations travel through the air as waves, and when they reach your ears, we know as sound. We can easily actually see this happen by putting a speaker into some water. We can see the vibration ripple through the water. The best example for this is echolocation. This occurs when an animal emits a sound wave that bounces off an object, returning an echo that provides information about the object's distance and size. Sound works the same way. Animals use high-frequency sound pulses through their mouth or nose and listening to their echo to see, while us humans use sound as one of our 7 senses. Let's get back to our CD. Sound is recorded by those sound waves vibrating in a 2D plane, let's say. Now let's say we make those waves a 3D plane. This is how the first phone was actually created. The first phone was like a magic talking box. It had like 2 parts. One for speaking into, the microphone, and the other part for listening, the speaker. When you talked into the microphone, your voice makes tiny vibrations in the air that the microphone turned into electrical signals. These signals traveled through the wires to the other person's phone. Their phone had a speaker that was turned those electrical signals back into sound, so they can hear what you were saying. It was like a magical way to have a conversation even though you were far apart. But how does this explain how we can record those vibrations and play it back? With this. This is a diaphragm. A diaphragm vibrates when it detects sound waves. When you speak or make a sound near the microphone, these vibrations are converted into electrical signals. These electrical signals are then sent to a recording device, like a computer or a tape recorder, where they are stored as a digital or analog representation. Say you sang your favorite song into this. A diaphragm would be connected to a needle. The needle vibrates and will draw the lines on the surface of bumps and grooves that could play over and over again, and it would always be the same. This is called a record. The most common example of sound waves would be a record player, but this doesn't answer the question on how does this even make sound. Well, actually, do everything we just said, but like backwards, and spin the grooved surface on the needle, and we hear what was grooved into the surface. So how does grooves go from playing specific vibrations to playing a song on my phone? This is done by something called digital audio. Digital audio is like taking a picture of sound waves and turning those pictures into numbers and using those numbers to make your phone's speaker wiggle to produce sound. This is how a microphone works. A microphone listens to a sound, turns them into electricity, and that electricity is used to record and play back those sounds. So when you want to hear the recorded sound later, your device then takes the electrical signals and turns them back into sound waves. This is how you hear the recorded sound, like music or your voice. We can show you this by using our diaphragm example. Signals on the wires, the faster and harder the diaphragm vibrates, the stronger the electrical signals. So sound and audio work in 2 main ways. The first way is how we hear regularly, with the vibrations, and it translates into sound from one to the other. The second is electrical frequencies, being transferred through wires to perceive digital audio, creating that sweet, sweet, Roddy Ricch sound we all know today.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get laid.